Well, I believe that Simon says that we are live, and you may have even heard myself and a special guest here this evening at the Nanaimo Ice Center. We've got lined up here for tonight's contest the hosting VIU Mariners in the Tom Harris Community Foundation tournament, the Showcase Tournament. And as I alluded to, I've got a special guest with me this evening, and it's former VIU Mariner Brady Daniels. Brady, good to have you on the broadcast.
Yeah, it's awesome to be here. Thanks for having me, Lorenzo. Looking forward to tonight's action at the Nanaimo Ice Center.
Yeah, so it's going to be an interesting perspective having you up here, because this is all, these are all things that you did and prepared for years with the organization, and now your brother out on the ice, and you kind of get to, look from a little bit above, so to speak, from the stands and see what everyone else is seeing. And maybe just a couple words about you and your brother, and maybe a little bit about your education.
Yeah, so I just graduated the last school year with a diploma in sport and recreation management. Loved all of my time here. Me and my brother, we played hockey together in juniors in Kimberley, BC, in the KIJHL for a quick stint there. And yeah, my brother, Austin Daniels, he is studying an accounting major. Yeah, I'm just happy to be out here, see all the boys again. And yeah, like you said, this is a new perspective for me, something I've never really tried my hand at before, but I'm looking forward to the action here tonight, and hopefully the Mariners can come out on top with the 2 points.
I was thinking about that most of today leading up to the contest tonight, mostly because having already seen Concordia play in the opening game of the tournament against who everybody would consider your main rivals, and that's the University of Victoria Vikes. And the Vikes and the Mariners always they've had every single game this season has been a one-goal game.
That's right.
And yesterday, that's exactly how the tournament opened up, a 4-3 win for Concordia. They held a 2-0 lead relatively early in the first period, and they just kind of managed to hang on the rest of the way. But super entertaining game, and what I'm really getting at is I think that the two teams are going to match up really well, and I already told a few fans I expect it to be a 1, maybe 2 goal differential at most.
Right, and I totally agree. I watched that game as well with UVic and Concordia yesterday. That was definitely going to hold Concordia to a low score early in the game. Yep, the Mariners, I think for the most part, talking with them, are thinking the same thing. They have a good chance at this game for sure. They're confident. You mentioned close games with UVic this season between the Mariners and their team. And yeah, that's a bit of a shift from my time in the league, where our rivals were mostly the SFU team, who we met up both years in the finals with. So bit of a shift there in the league. UVic getting a bit stronger, possibly the Mariners playing confident hockey. And yeah, overall, we should have a good hockey game here tonight.
A couple of interesting roster adjustments. I noticed that for tonight's game, Zachary Carlson, of most note, that he is sidelined. He's a scratch for tonight's game, and he was their leading scorer so far this season with 9 goals through 12 games. So that's going to be a piece of offense that'll be missed. But what I can tell you is that even without, there's a couple of players, namely Isaac Like, and we were talking a little bit about Dallin Wilton, who, he kind of does everything, but he's just a huge presence out there. And I mentioned to you, he crashed into the boards early in that first game, and I don't think I heard the boards rattle that hard all game. How do you adjust to that mindset, actually, as a player, as a forward, when you're, because you're going to lock horns with these guys at some point? How do you go about that?
Well, it depends on the game and the score, right? If you're in the third period, you're down a couple goals, you have to play to that. And that sometimes means holding back, and you can't get your retribution sometimes. If a guy's giving you a hard time, sometimes you have to look at the scoreboard and play according to that and not your emotions as a player. So Yeah, well, we'll see how VIU manages maybe a bigger, older team in the Concordia team tonight. And we are just finished with the Zamboni here. The ice looks good. We've got about 4.5 minutes left on the clock here until we get the players out. And we'll look forward to the anthem. And, yep, we'll go from there.
You betcha. We're going to step away just for a moment. We'll get ready for the opening anthem for tonight's game. And I'll be back, promises, probably just shortly after puck drop. And we'll get this one going here. Big matchup, Concordia Thunder, VIU Mariners on tap. Stay tuned.
And just like that, folks, we are ready to start here live at the Nanaimo Ice Center. Caleb Franklin losing the draw. And we're off. What a great night for hockey. 8 seconds into the play, we have Concordia icing. On the ice, number 97, Jordan Ray. Caleb Franklin, number 22, taking the draw. Razor picks up the puck in the corner. Low cycle to Franklin. Franklin to the point. A shot, tip, post. Recollected, number 22, Caleb Franklin. Battle down low behind the net. Earhart up the wall, looking. Shoots. Puck in the corner. Earhart collects again. Another lap around. Low cycle to Ray. Jordan Ray battling low with number 20 for Concordia. Let me get my number list
that's
out.
Dallin Wilton.
Dallin Wilton.
Cruising down ice, and he's got Konishuk in front of the goal. The puck bounces loose in the crease. Thanks for the intro there. And as mentioned, that's Brady Daniels, VIU Mariners product. And his brother playing in tonight's contest. There's a week clear, and the Mariners are going to have to be careful here. Hop scored one of the opening goals in the tournament here, and it was a beauty. And he's got good speed. He picks it up at center ice with a little bit of it now. Saucer pass back on the defensive line. That's on the stick of Nick Dobson, looking for the middle for Hop, and that one's broken up by the Mariners. And on the near side, Summers, little spin in front of the center line, chips it in. And as we alluded to earlier, Wyatt Fournier in net for the Mariners. Gets his first real touch with the goal stick there in behind the net. King on the point. Shoots towards the goal, and that's covered up off of the Mariners VIU crest and drops down in front of Fournier. He's going to cover that up in the blue paint.
Yep, so a solid start here. Everyone looking pretty confident. Shots on net early. You like to see that.
Into the face-off circle, Noah Wilson now. Shot off of a leg. That went off of the leg of Isaac Lyke, who proved himself very valuable in that opening contest. And he's after the puck now, and you can see him battle with Tyson Lotard. He's a big fellow. Same with number 20, Dallin Wilton. As we mentioned, there's a steal at the blue line. Mariners with a potential opportunity, and now they're fighting to get back into position. Lotard has a step on Isaac Lyke, but Lyke, again, he's very quick, and he's giving it full steam. Foe up the near side boards for Blake Power. Sweeps it by King, who calls his goaltender Billisberger to send it around the far side. There's a tip right near center, and Hunter Leslie tipping that one just on his side of center. And head referee Jared Luco keeping an eye on the changes here, as they did very carefully. But I can tell you, right from the opening, we've had great officiating here so far to open this tournament, and I'm pretty much expecting the same tonight.
Yep, I can agree with that. Watching a handful of games yesterday, as a player, you just ask for consistency, so you know where the line is, how you can react in certain situations, and that's absolutely right here, Lorenzo.
Matthew Reedy won that draw, and Mariners, that pass partially tipped. Jordan Bechtold, who made a big play in the third period. Oh, and there's a goal on a tip from in front, and it looks like Leslie got a deflection in front, much like he did in the opening game against the University of Victoria Vikes, and he celebrates with his mates, and now the bench as Concordia cracks open this scoreless draw just about 3 minutes in. Crazy the tie-in to the game with the Vikes as well, because it was just shy of the 3-minute mark that they scored in that contest too. But in that instance, in the first instance, as I mentioned, it was Hop opening the scoring. So Concordia up early, Adowachuk dumping it in on goal. Let's see how the Mariners respond here. Puck off of the half wall. Control still for Concordia. Big bump behind the net. Max Struss battling tooth and nail with his man, the goal scorer. Puck is kept in at the line. It was kicked in by the skate on the near side for Leslie, who has the goal. He shoots it off of the goal stick, and the Mariners just trying to get it out of trouble here. And at least they'll get it outside the line, but it's collected by Cunningham. Now he tries a tight turn, and from his knees gets that one out to center, not much further. Puck is chipped in deep, and that's that's Austin Daniels, a player that you know very well, Brady. I'm sure you've seen that number a lot of times, and he's still got a couple of years left in that jersey for sure. Puck is in at the line, 2-on-1. Tyson Lotar's eliminated on the back, and that one just tipped wide. Wilton in front of the goal, and it was sitting there loose just outside the blue paint for a moment before it was collected by the Mariners. Carson Earhart trying to force his will in over the line, but he ran into just too many dark jerseys, and the Vikes can relate to that very well after yesterday's matinee opener. In on goal, a little bit of stick handling now. Jordan Ray watching closely as Caleb Franklin into the corner, fell down. Initially Ray up top, and he shoots it. That one sticked away. The shot was from a good 35 feet out. Puck kept in along the near side. Boards, it goes off of the goaltender's stick and into the slot. Billisberger alert to get his stick down, very similarly to the way that Bowerman was getting his stick on a lot of clears into the slot area and kept his team from having to react. Puck is at center. There goes Reed driving down the far side, in on goal, and he fell at the last second. He wanted to put it across, but the window had just expired. Niven has control, gets it in over the line to Reed. He shoots it towards the goal, and it does go off of the blocker of Fournier, but the puck was drifting wide. Another one comes in on him, and that one tests him on the paddle. And he gets some help now from the defense as they try and get this one out. McGuire took it off his skate, sends it far side, and now it's chipped in on the backhand by Blake. Billisberger out to meet it on the forehand, but he played it on the backhand around. Hop on the near side off the boards. Reed took a swat at it, missed, but he's got Aiden Bangs with him to pick up the loose puck. Logan Kirky, nice little kick pass to Bangs, who sends it in, and then he gets a little bit of shoulder in the chest for his clearing effort. There's Schendel, who scored a big goal yesterday as well, helping propel the Thunder to a 4-3 win over the Vikes in the opener. And now the pass out to center for Schendel, trying to dipsy doodle his way around Max Struss, who says no thank you, and he guides him wide, rides him into the boards. Puck into the slot, that one's poked away. Isaac Light giving chase, and now he's got Schendel with him. A backhand pass, oh, that was shifty into the high slot. Shot on goal from Cunningham, and that gets 3 blocks. Knocked down, gloved, and now they're looking for possession. They're going to call it a glove pass, and the Mariners with a merciful whistle there as things were starting to heat up, Brady.
Absolutely, Fournier in net looking solid. No real defensive issues for me on that goal. Just a good shot that finds a crossing forward, finds that puck, gets a stick on it, changes direction, and ends up in the back of the net.
Yeah, there's not a lot to be done when those redirects that happen so close in the crease, somewhere in the blue paint. Puck is chipped around Cunningham, but Cunningham recovers, at least momentarily. Pufal fighting for the puck, but it's released by Concordia on the near side. Schendel, left shooting forward, puts on the brakes, went to go send it up top, but they had to back off. Reedy re-enters, and he gets a hit from Lotard for his entry attempt. Now the puck is a long way down ice, and that one's going to miss everyone, and it's going to be called back with 6:46 gone in this opening period. Shots are 5-2 in favor of the Concordia Thunder, who have the 1-0 lead, and they've seemed to be just picking up right where they left off yesterday, and they're a big strong team from everything I've seen so far. A shot, and that takes a redirect off of the skate of Noah Danforth, and now onto the stick of Tyson Lotard, who wisely uses the boards for a chip play, and he stays with it. He nearly had control for a moment, and now the Mariners have at least a little bit of possession inside the blue. Puck comes out, but Mariners once again pick it up. Danforth back to Pufal, and then now back to Danforth, looking for Caleb Franklin in the center area. Leslie had it for a moment. Now he sweeps it towards the blue line. Lots of play in the neutral ice area as these teams looking for any advantage. Long lead pass for Franklin. That one doesn't go. Now a potential counterattack. It would have been a 3-on-3. Mariners feeling that size and strength along the boards there as Dilton just exercising his right to throw body checks on the opposing forwards. Puck is chipped around behind the boards on a reversal. Now out over the blue line and now center line. It's a potential 2-on-5 situation. They're changing, but that doesn't concern Wilton. He's a big guy and he just holds his ground for a moment. Now out comes Chris Plumer. King in his own zone. And they'll try and work it up the left side, and much like the Mariners, that one missed everybody, and we'll get an offensive zone face-off for the Mariners.
Yeah, not a whole lot of room down the middle of the ice here. A couple of icings already we're seeing in this first period both ways. The Mariners looking to stretch a couple controlled plays early, just missing the stick on a couple attempts. Face-off here, Wilson looking to go forward. The Mariners regain the puck, a shot, just missing wide.
I think that's the first time I've seen Sebastian Archambault on the ice so far, and now he backs up. He had momentary possession. It's a 2-on-2 back the other way. King speeding towards the goal as Plummer fights desperately there with Max Struss, and they're really locked in a battle as they give each other an additional shove. But that creates some opportunity for Concordia going for a skate up around the perimeter. Now King puts on the brakes at the half. Circle shot towards the goal, and that's a left pad save by Fournier. Oh, and maybe a turnover here as Pafo had Niven come up and lift his stick and take the puck. Now they're going to work him along the end boards. Now it's a 3-on-2 situation in the slot. Hop shoots and he loads it up. Leather larceny as Wyatt Fournier gloves that one maybe 10 feet out in front of him.
Yeah, Fournier does a good job there, getting up out front in front of that blue paint. Cuts off the angle for that short side shelf attempt. Good job, Fournier there.
This time in the opening game, Hop already had a goal to his credit. Puck on the point. Shot down below the goal line. Niven in a battle with Tyson Lotard, who had it in his skates. Kicks it up to Palmer. Palmer, look at that nice little one-touch pass, but it's given away to Hop. Low side pass in on goal. Tried the sharp angle high shot, and they're turned away. Once again, Wyatt Fournier getting into the groove. Brock Palmer now. It's his turn. Shot scores!
Brock Palmer.
What a beauty! Brock Palmer up over the glove, and we got a tie game. Wow, what a ripper.
Brock Palmer finding a couple steps of speed up the middle. He gains that blue right away, has a defender in front of him, decides to pick top right. He lets her fly. He doesn't have the hardest shot in the league, but boy, he can put it where he needs to. He puts that top right, and we're tied 1-1, 10:33 left in the first.
I think, potential giveaway there as Isaac Lyke in that long reach of his intercepted that pass. I'm sure, Brady, you've seen him orchestrate that a few times on the ice, and maybe a little bit of water bottle popping up action like we saw there. Logan Kirky has to wait for Aiden Bangs, and he does. He's onside, and Palmer's out there again. Ooh, and out go the skate blades. And the captain's all right, though. He'll pop back up and get right back into action for Concordia. Watching the front of the net as Summers takes it in behind the goal. Willis will join up from the backside, evading two checks. Shot on goal, and it was a hard one. And getting onto his knees and making that stop with his trapper was Fournier. Schendel, he's always looking dangerous. He sent it cross crease. Here's a steal down low. Isaac Lyke tries to wrap around, and he had that one poked away, and another shot from Willis. And now he'll peel off for a change. Puck gets outside the line, but no worries. Reedy's already out onto the ice, and Summers has some time to decide. Dobson tries the backhand pass, but speedy Will Norman has it now. Down in his skates along the half wall, still looking for it. Leslie furiously fishing away at it, and he finally pulls it loose from his skates and sends it down ice. And the Mariners with possession. And just the lone forechecker right now, but two forwards posted up on that high wing area. And maybe you can speak to that for a moment, Brady, when the when you're breaking out of your own zone and both of the wingers elect to post up on basically right in front of the face-off dots, what as a, what's your mentality when that's happening?
Yeah, so just kind of the same point I was mentioning a couple minutes ago, where we're seeing those early icings on a control play. So as a player, we call that a control play. That's when the D-man has enough time to set up behind the net. Everyone recognizes, hey, we have time. Let's go curl up the boards, guy per side, and then on the far blue there, those guys are just kind of trying to spread the ice, let those guys break out of their zone with speed, and eventually get into the offensive zone and forecheck. So those two guys just stretching the ice out, making a bit more space for the other three in the defensive zone to have that time and space to move out as a unit.
And I mean, obviously, you can tell by the result. When we come out of this media timeout, the face-off will be outside of their own zone. They don't have to worry about a defensive zone face-off. No matter how that basically plays out. And I like that analogy. Stretching the ice out. And we've seen a few times the wingers, all they really have is that chance to kind of jackknife the puck in from the blue line. But if they're not able to reach it, it's a total turnover in possession. Right,
and this is a team that, obviously plays in the ACAC. We're not too familiar with them. And stretching the ice like that just kind of gives the chance to move as a unit, like I said. And we don't know how this team plays. So we're going to look to play a bit of more of a possession game per se, rather than take risks against a team we don't fully understand.
Struss from the point, shoots, that's blocker down by Billisberger. Goes off a leg, the puck is near Will Norman's feet, and Reed has lost his stick, but he chases after the puck and he gets his skates over top of it. Sebastian Archambault hitting his man shot towards the goal and a forced save at the side of the net, but I think it was going wide. Will Norman being hung onto there by Reed, who had lost his stick, and I think Will Norman was pointing at his own chest there like, who, me? But I think that they might both be getting the gate here. I think there was maybe enough from both sides. I could be wrong.
We got a slashing for the Mariners on number 90, Will Norman. And that looks like that is it on that play. So Norman kind of confused about that call. Concordia will go on a 5-on-4 power play for 2 minutes.
It looked like they pointed at Reed initially, but that's definitely not the case. He's heading out to get involved in this power play now. 5-on-4 situation, and they're going to be missing one of their best penalty killers in Will Norman.
That's right.
He, speaking of stretching the ice, he always keeps the opposing specialty teams alert because he's got good speed and he really reads the play well. Cunningham, one-time pass, and that one is a knuckleball, and that one goes up into the netting. As you can see, Concordia likes to really kind of stretch the ice with that sort of triangular rotation of the puck, and they scored a couple like that against the Vikes yesterday.
Yep, they've got their umbrella set up. Shot there from the right side. Reed collects on the left side. Resetting up top. Pass is missed. Concordia will have to reset. They do. And another missed pass. Lotard will ice the puck.
Caleb Franklin doing an obligatory pass by as he and Blake Power force this power play back into the neutral zone. Reed's going to try it off of the right side. Saucer pass to the far left. Wilton now puts it up to Cunningham, near side for Niven. Left shooting forward, cruised along the perimeter of the face-off circle. Now he maybe likes what he sees, but this time he whiffs on the shot. Cunningham fakes the shot over to Wilton. He misses on that one, and he takes control again, back up to Cunningham. 1:02 left, shot on goal, and that's off of Fournier's glove and into the corner, but still possession for Concordia. Niven sent it across. Cunningham was just vacating the position, and that gives the Mariners a chance to send it out to center. But once again, Dallin Wilton, a smart play, and now he just carries in 2-on-4, and that one's shot on goal and a save by Wyatt Fournier, and they still managed to get in a change during the process. Long hooking feed finds Wilson down ice. He's 1-on-4 now as the rest of the crew collects them, joins in their zone like on the near side. Sending away Leslie. He's got the opening goal. Puts on the brakes, sends it up to Summers, loads, shoots, and he was looking for the tip all the way, and it ricochets into the corner. Hop sent it over to Plummer, and that one goes out towards the point, was looking for a potential steal from Wilson, goes off a couple of skates. Wilson furiously trying to chop at it, and now just the last couple of seconds expire on Will Norman's penalty. 5 aside, shot towards the goal. Will Norman's into position. Like from a sharp angle shoots, and that one through traffic found. Wyatt Fournier had it up, just up underneath his trapper.
VIU doing a good job on the kill there. Not giving too many seam passes. Limiting shots. Fournier square to the shot. Not too many rebounds. We're happy with that. And as you mentioned, Lorenzo, Will Norman, a veteran penalty killer for the Mariners. I spent much time on the penalty kill with Norman myself.
He's one of those skaters, I think he energizes his mates, and we've got a penalty now coming up against Concordia, I believe, as one of the Mariners looked like he got dumped. I think that was Aiden Bangs going for the puck. And, so it is a hooking call, and this time Concordia is responsible. So with 6:05 remaining first period. By the way, shots are 14-4, and they just continue to pile up, especially on the backside of that power play for the Thunder, but you can imagine the Mariners would like to stack a few here.
That's right, only 4 shots for the Mariners. Palmer with one of them ending up top right. Nice shot, Palmer. Face off. Won by Concordia. A battle in the corner ensues. 3-on-2 down low there. The odd man power play. 5-on-4. Struss resets up top. Down low. McGuire down the left side. Cuts away. Protects. Board side. Another slashing call going to Concordia. Number 14. He's not happy with that. Reedy.
Wow, and you know what? I don't know if you noticed that there, but he kind of sent the puck ahead, almost like a little bit of upset body language there, and you got to be careful. I've seen players get an extra, 10 tacked on for that, depending on how it plays out. But
absolutely,
like I said, the officiating's been rock solid here so far, and everything I've seen in the game so far was, is completely well called and managed. Bangs. Big power play here. McGuire keeps it in with one hand at the point. Gets a return feed, takes it off his right boot. Fakes the shot. He'll give Struss a chance. Down low, shot, and that's off of the mask. Shaking it off as Billisberger comes up top for Struss. Near side,
wow.
Whoa, and a hammer. And I think that went off the crossbar, Brady.
It sure did. Kirky gets a nice pass from the top right from Struss.
Oh.
He tees it up and finds the left J-bar. That goes out of bounds. The Mariners playing a box +1 setup right now. Bangs lining up for the face-off. 5-on-3. We have over a minute, 5-on-3 left.
Lots of time for control, but look at that play at the blue line as Leslie, he doesn't just score goals and he fires it towards his own bench, and look at those smiles down on the ice. At least his mates know that it was kind of a wobbling puck and not a turnaround slammer.
He gets up off his knees on his own blue line. He's just trying to find that thing and fire it as far away as he can, and unfortunately that's straight at his bench and his teammates. They have a good chuckle about that.
Rod Olhauser, a little bit of a smile crack there, and his team's been playing well. He would imagine there's been a couple of those after hours, but on the bench, he's certainly all business. There to center. McGuire skating hard, wraps it around, bangs. He's first on it, but he's battling with Cunningham, who has a bit of an edge. Now the Mariners out of the corner, shovel pass. McGuire shoots. Oh, what a save. For a moment, I thought I saw the net ripple, but it was a great save by Billisberger, and I think it might have been his goal stick when he came across. He might have got the knob on the inside of the netting a little bit.
Yeah, so Palmer makes a good drive to the net on the goal line. Defender doesn't give him much space, and that was an impressive pass by Palmer. He finds a little saw seam, finds, I think it was Bangs out in front. He got a shot into the blocker side of Billisberger. And like you said, Billisberger doing a good job finding that, tracking it, going post to post.
Mariners would love to get one here, especially in the next 35 before this first penalty expires. Get a goal and maybe a little bit more advantage. Jordan Ray up top. holding it for a moment, now over to Lotard. Earhart will pick it up, takes his time around the top of the face-off circles. 18 to go in the first. Power play. Earhart fakes the shot, moves to the middle. There's a shot blocked by King, and you can bet he felt that, but he pops right back up and clears the line, and you can bet his mates down on the bench are enjoying that. Lotard dishes to himself, picks it up, has a man in the middle. Oh, and he had it roll off the toe of his stick, but he still keeps possession. First penalty over, 20 in the second penalty remaining, 4 minutes in the first. 1-1 tie. Lotard, and that one just got tipped through the middle, and it looked like for a moment Franklin might have got a piece of that. He was trying to go between the wickets, 2-on-2 back the other way. Konishuk holds his skate on the line. Willis backs off, and that tired unit's going to get off. The captain doing Galman's work on that penalty kill.
So the Mariners with 4 shots on net during that 5-on-3. Not a bad job getting pucks to the net. There it is again, a chance in front. Billisberger down. The puck's behind the net, and there's the whistle.
Yeah, the puck was over by Leslie. It's interesting because Billisberger did lose his goaltender stick in that awkward. You saw as he was falling, he was trying to sort of reach behind him. I think he felt like the puck was somehow riding the outside of the mesh.
Yeah, he's trying to get close to his post there, hug up against that. Just a weird play there. Puck's up in the air, bouncing around, and he puts his body on the line for it.
Wilson into the face-off dot. Tries to win it on his backhand. He's all tied up with Reed in the circle, and that allows, oh, look at that hit. Look out, Dobson having to clear the trolley track there as Foe had them all lined up. He just, but Dobson's got really good agility. You saw he just reacted very quickly and sort of threw himself out of the road.
Yep, that puck came to him quick, and Foe was tracking him down quick as well, and wasn't able to make a good play because of that pressure.
Billisberger once again does that reverse with his goal stick. Wilson over to provide a check on Jordan Bechtold. Summers puts on the brakes hard. Another left shooting defenseman gets it forward. And Reedy, who's had a strong first period, shoots it towards the goal, and it bobbled up in the air, and a good job by Fournier to track that. As right in the kitchen there, Hunter Leslie, who has the opening goal for the Thunder, he was sniffing around. Shots are 15-8.
VIU doing a good job early in this first period, keeping Concordia to the outside. A lot of those shots, perimeter shots. The first goal they did get was a tip-in through that middle, through the house zone, as we call it. Otherwise, good defensively so far for the Mariners.
Bechtold with it on his stick. He's a right shooting forward, so he's curling on the proper side, puts it out front, and a big save by Fournier on the one time. Leslie, about 7 feet in front of the goaltender, wound up in a golf swing there basically and sent it on Fournier, who just stood his ground, and he makes the stop. That's the 15th save he's made this period.
Yep, Fournier looking very calm in net, honestly, and that's what you want from your goaltender. You don't want him to be overreacting. Staying calm, being big in front of that puck. He makes another save.
Shot by Dobson that goes off of Daniels' stick. Of course, Austin Daniels. There's another block at the line and a smart play moving it ahead. Paul Picard, he did a great job getting down and blocking that first shot, and then he had the presence of mind to push the puck ahead, giving them a chance. But Summers spinning away from one in the corner. Picard picks up the puck, sharp angle shot, that's off the blocker, kicked over towards the goaltender, and now Billisberger has it covered, but Reed has a headlock on one of the Mariners, and he pulls the helmet right off. That's Will Norman, and Billisberger just kind of resting back on his heels there inside the net on that opportunity. He had to, once again, he and that right post are really becoming friends this period.
That's right, another sharp angle shot there by Picard. That's a good effort to get pucks towards the net here. We're looking at a 1-1 game still. 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes left in the first. Harmless play there, last whistle, but the Mariners will take an offensive draw here. They win it. Archambault at the point. Down low to Kirky. Kirky looking to shoot. And the Mariners regroup. Moving it up the right side is Bangs. Bangs beaten to the puck. And Struss will have an attempt at moving the puck forward again. Archambault skating up the left side. Finding Bangs up the left wing. He'll curl, wait for help. And Concordia advances outside of their defensive zone again. Mariners regrouping. Palmer up the right side. Finding Kirky. Kirky turning, stopping up. And another attempt broken up by Concordia. They will move the puck 200 feet.
Tyson Lotard took a little spill there as Schendel hooks it into the middle on the backhand. Willis looking to get off a backhand shot. They scored a beautiful one yesterday on the backhand. Another save by Fournier from 50 feet out. That one tipped around into the middle and looking for it is Like. He's being hung on to there at the side of the goal by Danforth, and the puck chipped up over the head. Kirky trying to get on top of it. He gets control again, one arms it. Puck goes off of the defenseman, but he gets control again, shoots, and that one's high. Goes off of the glove into the corner of Wilton, and looking for the pass across the crease. You could see that that was developing, but again, that solid three-man line just keeps getting in front of puck. Schendel so fast on the recovery. McGuire in his own zone, 25 to play. Will Norman will take a skate and give them something to pass.
Here's a look at the controlled breakout. So he sets up behind his net. Look for that stretch pass. Broken up again. Concordia, 10 seconds left. Summers shooting blocked. And with 5 left, puck up top. Austin Daniels breaking up that last attempt there. He's looking for a shot himself, and he's shut down there at the end of the first period. So 1-1 after 1 here in Nanaimo. Concordia out shooting the Mariners 18-8 overall. Good defensive play by the Mariners. Fournier keeping them in it.
You can see why it was such a close, tight game between the Vikes and Concordia yesterday. What would you say is Concordia's biggest strength as a team, and maybe what they make other teams have to deal with the most?
Well, right now on the scoreboard, we can see their offense is definitely producing as they should, getting shots on net. They only had, was it 1 power play that period, Concordia?
That's right, they did.
Only 1 power play there, so Concordia finding ways to get that puck to the net, even though it is a close game, as we mentioned. Something else Concordia about them that stands out is they're skating the puck up the ice very well. They're protecting the puck well, as opposed to the Mariners, who are kind of snapping it around a bit more. But the Concordia Thunder, they're doing a good job of kind of protecting that puck and just working it into the zone.
How much of a factor, Brady, do you think the team size overall from Concordia, how much does that play into a game like this?
I'm not going to say a tremendous amount. The score's only 1-1 right now. If you're a smaller team, then maybe it becomes a factor, and you play to that. You never really set up for a game based on the size of the other team. Sometimes it's just a bigger D-man who has a longer stick, and maybe you have to shoot earlier on that D-man. So, and that's kind of reflected in the scoreboard right now with the shots as well, 18-8. Yeah, Concordia, they're holding their own, not letting much into the middle, into that house area for the Mariners. And it's a game of the goalies right now, honestly. They're both playing very well, in my opinion there.
Of course, Wyatt Fournier being the busier of the two by a decent little spread here at this point. And that was kind of sort of similar to, again, the Vikes game yesterday with Concordia. And I keep using that serving sample because, as Shayla mentioned on our broadcast yesterday, that this is the only serving sample really that we have of seeing this team live. And one of the things that we noted, particularly like you did, is that their breakouts are quite solid for Concordia. And I think that they, as you mentioned, I think they must work on that, on protecting that puck because very rarely have I seen them cough it up before they hit the red line.
Yeah, there was a couple early icings in this first period. A couple of breakout plays by design that they missed opportunities on, just missing pucks with long stretch passes. But yeah, both teams looking pretty sound. Neither one of them bullying the other. The Mariners only had one power play, but it was 5-on-3. They put 4 shots up for that. Otherwise, I think the Mariners just need to start collapsing to the net. They're funneling to the net. We need bodies at the net with sticks on the ice. But overall, you know, an impressive first period.
Just wanted to talk a little bit about the lone Mariners goal and Brock Palmer. I mean, maybe you can talk about what it was like playing with him and particularly being there for his rookie campaign.
Yeah, absolutely. And even before then, me and Brock were playing together.
Kimberly.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, me and Brock go back to Kimberly Dynamiters days. We spent parts of 2 seasons there together. We made it all the way to the finals in the KIJHL, where the Revelstoke Grizzlies ended up taking us in 5 there. They were a strong team. But yeah, me and Brock go back a couple years now. We lived together our first year here. He's just an awesome guy. He's a glue guy in the dressing room. He's a hard worker out on the ice, and he gets rewarded early here in the first period. He, you know, for me, I don't think he's the best skater. I already said it. He doesn't have the best shot in the league, but his IQ is just through the roof, and that's why, you know, he's able to find plays and extra points and be able to produce a bit more than the other guys on the team. He you know, he's smart in the corners. He's very shifty. He's a smaller guy, but you go to hit him, and you know, you might be just falling into the boards because he's already gone the other way to the net. But yeah, Brock Palmer, he's a great player. I think that was his 25th point of the, or sorry, these points don't count for the season. That's right. Yeah. He's got 24 points this year. He was among the team leaders last season. So he's at every level. Brock Palmer is able to produce, and that's just kind of an indicator of high hockey IQ. Wow, that was a tongue twister.
Yeah, say that 10 times quickly, hey. And you know, just a kind of a finishing note. I also wanted to mention, you were talking a little bit about, you know, if you go and try and hit him, he's very shifty, he's quite elusive. I will also add that I have spoken a number of times with Miles Parsons, and just, you know, he was talking about how he has one of the most unorthodox skating styles in the league. And would you say that that's a fair assessment?
I sure would, absolutely. He's kind of got a hunched over skating style, which you don't see. Like, even power skating instructors will tell you, you know, get your chest up, shoulder blades back, separate that upper body from your lower body. But he's a strong guy, let me tell you. That guy is fit, okay? Yes. So it doesn't matter in his form. The high hockey IQ that he has allows him to find the space that he needs to produce, and he does it on a consistent basis. But yeah, you're right, I do agree. He does have an unorthodox skating technique and stride there, but it works for him, and that's all we care about here tonight.
So only read into this as much as you will, but the final point I'll make on that is obviously Wayne Gretzky, one of the greats, and I'm not saying that Brock Palmer is Wayne Gretzky. I don't want to have anybody send me a message to that effect, but Gretzky kind of skated a similar way, almost partially hunched over. Okay. And so if you ever watch any old film, you'll kind of see a lot of times he kind of does that. He's you know, he's, that's interesting, because he always talked about the responsiveness he had when he was on the balls of his feet, and being able to, you know, to shift kind of laterally. Yep. You know, and he's famous for some of his big head fakes, right? Yeah. You know, and then he would just blow around a defender, and just like Brock in that fashion, he had a very accurate wrist shot. Yeah. And sometimes the great one would wind up and slap it too, and he could do that, but his wrist shot found the back of the net. Brock Palmer has as well, and for their part, for Concordia, they played a very solid period, and Hunter Leslie coming away with the goal. The only one that's beat Wyatt Fournier through 18 shots. 8 shots for the Mariners. We've got about 8 minutes remaining in this intermission. I'm going to step away just for a minute, wet the whistle a little bit. And I had spoken to Andy Hellweger just prior to the start of tonight's contest, and so he may come and join us for the second intermission. And either way, whether you want to have a chat with him or if, you know, however we do it, maybe we'll both take a little piece. But maybe we'll have Andy Hellware coming up as a guest here.
But on that final note there, Lorenzo, talking about that comparison with Palmer and Gretzky, I do have to mention Palmer is the GOAT over in Kimberly Dynamiters territory. He has that's right. He has the points record there, the franchise points record. That is, he has his jersey up in the rafters. So, you know, that is a good little comparison you make there. Brock Palmer doing the work here, getting the Mariners on the board, 1-1 after 1.
And you could say if hockey IQ was out of 100, Brock Palmer would have 99. We're going to take a little break and step away. We'll be back for second period action. It's the BCIHL Showcase, and we're having a great weekend here. The Tom Harris Community Foundation. We'll be right back. Stay tuned for more BCIHL Showcase action. Another beautiful, clean sheet of ice, and what kind of tales will be written on it in the second period. I like to think that it's going to be just more of the same close, hard-fought puck battle hockey, and there's Ashton Billisberger cutting up his net. Wyatt Fournier, no doubt, set to do the same as they both get mentally prepared here for this second period. Teams tied, one apiece. Leslie for the Thunder, and it's number 38, Brock Palmer, scoring for VIU. Ray trying to head to the net there, and that pass intercepted before it ever got to him. Reed defers, 2-on-2 back the other way. Cross ice pass for Leslie in the slot, found him, and there was a block, and it dribbles in on Fournier. And a good job there by Caleb Franklin getting his stick in the path of that shot. And I certainly think it's better as a goaltender to get a test early on in the period. What do you think, Brady?
I think most goalies would agree. Yeah, you don't want to step into the period and have a big dangle.
That's
big dangle.
100%. I like that. Ray onside, but he tries to go inside outside on Griffin Ryder, and he's unable to do it. Puck sent back towards McGuire inside his own zone. Cole McGuire, the first for Foe, and now back to McGuire. He's just going to take it below his goal line and in between Wyatt Fournier. Leslie bumps into the net, and head referee Kai Walsh didn't really like that. He's got to adjust the net after those two bumped. That puck into the trapper, very easily stopped by goaltender Ashton Billisberger, and he's only had to make eight stops so far, but you'd have to argue that a couple of them were pretty high-quality chances, particularly on the 5-on-3.
Yeah, Billisberger not giving up much net to shoot at. Their defense doing a good job keeping Mariners to the outside as well. Kirky with a quick turnover. Sharp angle, moves it out front. Palmer, a shot on net. Crosses through the crease, looking for Kirky again. He's in the corner protecting. Looking for a seam pass there, no one there. Archambault challenging. Palmer holding the line. It's down low, Kirky finds it. Right corner. Makes a move. Going to the net, loses it. Palmer. Puck is up to the point. Struss battles it, and it's outside. The Mariners will have to reset. Concordia moving the puck up ice, up the right wing. They look middle, and it's a turnover behind the Mariners' net is Sebastian Archambault. He's resetting. Struss up the middle. Looking for Palmer, just missing there, and it's an icing. The Mariners doing a good job with some possession time there in the offensive zone, challenging Concordia's goalie with a couple of goal line drives towards the net.
So the face-off now over to Wyatt Fournier's left. Bangs had that one go off of a shin pad and into the corner. Comes to the point, though, kept in by Chandel, and that one was off of Bangs. Now a shot off of the goal stick of Fournier, and the Mariners will be content to just lift it high out towards center. Backing up is Nick Dobson. Plays it over to the captain, Willis. Good work by Kirky down the far side, protecting it as he curls behind the net. Now he goes for a lap. Up top, Chandel just stops and lets him go by, and he goes sliding into the boards. Dobson sends the pass up to him, and he nearly broke away. Good play by Dobson, though, to follow up and to pick it off at center ice. There's a
big hit there by Wallace on Noah Danforth. He goes tumbling to the ice, and Fournier will cover up here for a whistle in the Mariners' defensive zone.
Yeah, I just keep thinking about what you said, how you never want to start a period with off of a big dangle, because
yeah, big breakaway right out of the gates.
Yeah, that's got to be one of the most heart rate increasing things I can think of. Ryden from the point, faked the pass, and then he tried to spin it to Evan Laux, who has in the slot, shoots, and that's a little bit of a knuckleball because Jordan Foe getting his stick in the lane just curling over top, and what a good defensive play by Foe.
Either way, Lorenzo Fournier playing solid. Doesn't look like anything's going to budge him.
No, he's really dialed in, and what a difference in style. We're going to talk about that at the next little break there. I just want to talk about how they were preparing coming into this period. Lotard now with the puck in his own zone. He's got the forecheck of Konishuk to worry about. Puck is backhanded outside the line, but once again, Wilton will just turn around and spin it towards the goal. Lotard has to be careful here. Puck in front of his own goal. Pushed ahead. Now there's a chance with the going to the net there just with his stick on the ice. Smart idea by Blake Power, but he takes a solid hit from Evan Laux. But he gets right back in there digging for that puck along with Wilson. That's Noah Wilson. He has no goals and only a handful of 6 games so far this season. A lot of his mates with 11 this season. Blake Power watches that one drift up out into play, and Rod Olhauser almost able to grab it himself on the bench there. We'll have a face-off just outside of the Mariners' blue line. A little under 4 minutes played, second period. We're still knotted at ones. Plummer tries to pull it back on his backhand, but Will Norman got super low and wins it back. Off of the near side boards, Jordan Picard tried to tip it in. Out to play it is Billisberger, and there's that traditional sweep on the backhand. Picard throws a hit, separating man from puck. Plummer lost his stick for a moment. Puck pounded in. Billisberger out to meet it once again. Cunningham, a nice little tip pass between his legs, and that starts Leslie and Plummer away. 3-on-3, back the other way, maybe 3-on-4 as Picard closes the space, but a good stick lift there. And now Bechtold in behind the goal on his forehand. A right shooting forward. He defers for Leslie. Over to Plummer. Can't do anything with the puck. And Will Norman gets hammered by Plummer in the corner. That creates a turnover and a diving play as Austin Daniels was also locked up with Cunningham coming back into the blue line area. In behind the net, McGuire wins that battle against Plummer, and he skates it quickly up the boards. Partial change in effect for Concordia. Dumped in, and out on the ice comes Liam Dumelli, who opened up the tournament scoring with a gorgeous shot. And if you get to see him shooting again, you'll be able to see what kind of talent he has. He watches Franklin go around him on the outside. Carson Earhart on his forehand, another right shooting forward. He's pinned to the boards by Dumelli, and that breaks up that play. Puck squirts out to center ice. Earhart wants to get a quick turnaround and sends it right back in. Billisberger tried to play it, but he had to leave it. Caleb Franklin now going for a lap. Drops off for Max Struss. Along the half wall, Mariners still with possession. Jordan Ray spins and fires. It's a smart move, and they try and play it off of the back of the net. Earhart trying all sorts of cool stuff in the corner there. Bounces off the outside of the mesh and into the corner, and he's going to keep going after that puck. He comes away with it out of the corner, tries to play to himself. That would have been beautiful if he could have played it all the way through, but he had to deal with Lucas Konishuk.
VIU doing a good job hemming Concordia into their zone there, keeping that F3 high, which is essentially enacting third D-men. They get a couple more shots on the board there.
And now that allows the offensive line of Kirky to come out. Brock Palmer, and Kirky's away now, is shifting around the outside as Bang shoots off of the shoulder, and I think he stung the goaltender. Goaltender's hurt. It hit him in the mask, and he's calling for a stop. And he's not going to get one as Jared Luco went over and had a look. Play goes on, scores! The puck jumped out to Isaac Like, and he puts it in the net. Wouldn't that have been something now if Billisberger had the play stopped?
And just so often we see this in hockey. One chance at one end and back the other way. A great chance at the other end. Concordia finding the back of the net on kind of a broken play there. Maybe an odd man rush. I was kind of looking the other way at Billisberger. He was signaling to the ref there that maybe his strap had got broken, looking for a whistle in his end. Concordia able to find the back of the net again on a broken play there.
That's why I say you just never know. Do you think he's going to have an apology for Jared Luco later? Thank you for not listening to me. Isaac Like scoring the go-ahead goal on a little bit of a controversial play coming out of the corner. Sharp angle shot, rebound in the same play, but this time the block is made down in front of the net. Huge defensive play by Noah Danforth, and he keeps the Mariners within one.
And you're right, a similar play there, just a goal line drive and a crazy rebound out the other side. The Mariners defenseman there did a good job tying up his stick. No shot at that rebound.
Jordan Foe watching Dobson carefully, who bobbled it for a moment, gives Wilson a chance to get it back to him. Wilson chasing after the puck, but there's that big reach and the powerful stride of Dallin Wilton as he's stick handles out to center. He looks like he wants to go in, and he snaps one hard on Wyatt Fournier, and he checks his stick blade right after, and he got a lot of speed on that one.
And again, we were talking about the size of a team earlier in the first period. Wilton there, he's definitely a big man moving up the middle. Not the fastest skater necessarily, but he's got a long reach there with his stick. Great control, great hands. You saw that there on that entry. Kind of looks off the pass and puts a hard shot on Fournier.
And it created an offensive zone face-off, but the Mariners doing a lot here to try and acquit it. Austin Daniels had to roll off the stick on the near side. Ryden shoots, and that one just under the trapper of Fournier as it whistled by just inches wide of the post. Konishuk spins out of the corner, up top to Ryden. Sends it across for Gabe Adowachuk. Back over to Ryden, and he'll just send it in down below the goal line. There's Wilton. Decides to take it on the forehand.
Protecting in the corner. Look at him fight off 2 D-man there, still with the puck. One-handed backhand pass out in front.
He's really causing havoc, and he'll go get a much-needed breather there. Out comes Reedy in his place. Foe spun off of his man, and now it's basically a 2 versus 2, a 4-man total here as Foe. Now we've got a call, and the Mariners are going to go short-handed. And just a little bit too much stick work there, and I think Jordan Pickard is the one that's going to get it.
Yeah.
I think it's probably going to be maybe tripping or hooking, one of the two.
Yeah, and Concordia doing a good job of gaining some momentum here. They've had possession and control in the Mariners zone for the last minute or so. And in result, that line there for the Mariners, they are tired and end up taking a tripping call in the corner, battling.
Look at that, Dallin Wilton right back out there, a quick breather on the bench, tries to win it back on his backhand, but a good play by Franklin to get it into the corner. So Jordan Pickard, 2 minutes for tripping. Niven stops hard, puts it back up to Dobson, who stick handles. Another shot towards the goal, tipped, it went off of the post. Hop redirected it from about 12 feet out, and it went off of the post. Puck stays out, still a 1-goal lead.
Niven with 11 points up there in the ranks for his team back in the ACAC league with Concordia. He's put a couple good shots on Fournier tonight.
And he was sure a factor in the opening game. Dobson across the line, gets it back, holds, one-time pass. Oh, and it's a bullet, and it rises up off of the glass. And I think it might have just barely touched the netting as that high riser went up over the right shoulder of Wyatt Fournier, and that was a lookout moment.
A clean one-timer look there on the left face-off circle dot. That's ideally where you want to be shooting that puck from. He got all of that shot, just puts it over the right shoulder of Wyatt Fournier. It hits the glass, and we have a face-off. Lotard able to clear off that draw, as Will Norman, one of the top penalty killers, is able to win that draw.
Summers winding it up in his own zone. Will Norman lost an edge, but he sort of breaks up the play there for a moment anyways. Leslie puts it up to the umbrella. Summers will back off a little bit. Cross-ice pass for the captain, Willis. Back over to Summers. Over to Schendel, looking for that cross-ice pass, and that goes off of a stick and wide. One-time shot off of the arm, and a good recovery by both Danforth and the goaltender as they get into position and send it down ice. 32 remaining in the power play.
Yep, Fournier able to kick out that blocker shot, and Leslie, the left-handed forward down low, not able to open up his body and get that rebound shot away.
Here's a chance, finding open ice, and another ripper up high. Wow, did Isaac Lyke ever let that one go? He's been so dangerous in these opening 2 days of the tournament. Puck comes to the point for Summers. Make sure he gets the control he needs. Just 6 seconds to go on the penalty. Up top, holds, shoots off of a stick, and that one a lot slower in on Wyatt Fournier than it was originally going to be. And I wonder if Summers is thinking maybe he should have pulled the trigger the first time.
Yeah, maybe he fakes out the defender there at the top. That hits his stick and actually makes its way straight in on net on Fournier, and that's a challenging shot to read there and stop. It's kind of fluttering in. He gets full control of it. We have a whistle here, and it looks like a TV timeout.
You betcha. Well, let's give him some TV. How about that? The coalescing down around the Mariners bench, and now this is where your expertise comes in, Brady. What do you think is being said down on the Mariners bench right now?
Right, it's a 2-1 game. The shots have kind of taken off in terms of Concordia's ability here with that power play to get pucks on net. I think head coach Chris Jones is telling them to keep playing. We got to get pucks out the sides here. We're kind of everything's getting funneled through the middle. We got to keep it simple. We're in this game, boys. Keep her going. Essentially just a quick breath here. I don't think anyone's too worried moving forward. Close game, 2-1. Let's stay clean and smart here. Stay out of the box. That's part of our game plan. We have to stay out of the box against a team like this. And yeah, I don't think they're too worried right now. 2-1 game, halfway through this game.
Cunningham on the point, one-time shot, and that one just drifts wide as Rylan Niven let that one go. A little bit of an off-speed shot. On the near side, Hop drops off below the goal line. And once again, Niven has control, but he tried to put it up to Cunningham, and that was deflected by Kirky. And now they've got to reset. Hop looking for that nice pass, and he received it. Makes it around the outside. He continues to curl, backhand pass into the slot, and it missed 2 sticks. And Kirky has to look behind him. That pass caught him not quite looking the right way, and now the Mariners are going to have to recover a little bit in the corner, trying to battle for that puck. Cole McGuire, now he's joined by Aiden Bangs, and Bangs kicks it loose out of the scrum. King in there, and he let a huge slap shot go yesterday. He's going to get off for a change. Logan Kirky holding, shoots, and it's a low shot off of the stick and up into the trapper, and that's a good save, Ashton Billisberger.
And there's a good example of the Mariners being confident and skating that puck, skating with that puck, advancing the ice rather than chipping it in or snapping it around, forcing something else that probably won't work as great. Kirky gets a shot on net there. We get a fresh line change, and Wilson will line up for this draw. He's out there with Blake Power.
Reedy kicks it into the corner, and the puck bounces past Max Struss. He's got Plummer watching him carefully. Foe will drop it off and allow this full entry. 4 men cross the line. Shot on goal off of the shoulder, and the rebound goes off of the outside of the arm. Once again, 2 saves in succession, and the Mariners looking a little more dangerous offensively here as this period progresses. Near side for Dobson, who's joined the rush. He tried to go inside, outside, tried to get a call too. He went for a little spill. Back up, turns and shoots. That's off of the leg. And that was a good block there by Max Struss, getting right in the lane. His dad in attendance here tonight. Big smile from him earlier. He knows it's a very, very good contest to be involved in. And this showcase here has been turning out good. Hockey into the slot, and that one missed by Cunningham as he just couldn't get quite on top of the puck. Same with Adowachuk. Intercepted near the blue line. Jordan Ray moving towards the middle as Archambault had a steam, and now he's tied up in front of the goal, but he'll head back as Adowachuk lets him go.
And the Mariners doing a good job of engaging the D-men here. Now we saw Archambault and Struss skate that puck deep into the zone.
Oh, look at that high shot from about 10 feet outside of the blue line, and Billisberger, not the tallest goaltender, and he jumps up. He kind of had an outfielder juggle with it, but he brings it down, and I believe that actually, from what I can tell, that counted as a shot on goal.
Yeah, I guess it very well could have. That was on net. Billisberger, yeah, leaving his feet, getting up
And he
to catch that.
a shot right off of the draw, droving it in, behind the goal, and it went wide. Oh, what a chance for the Mariners. Caleb Franklin driving the net hard, and he still has the puck along the half boards. Finds Lotard on the point, knocked down by Earhart. Now he's going to pick it up. Can he get free in the slot? No. A good check there by Summers. Just possesses the puck, and it's sent in on goal. Blockered into the corner carefully by Wyatt Fournier. Summers waiting on the point. Lotard was going to skate it out of danger. Look out. That one took a couple of bounces, and he had Konishuk right there hoping for a rebound. Oh, and a big hit by Carson Earhart. As soon as Isaac Lyke touched the puck, he was open season. And Carson Earhart, one of his trademark big hits. And he's really, I'm sure, inspired his bench. I see Sebastian Archambault basically licking his chops down there on the bench beside Cole McGuire. Konishuk took a chop at that puck. It's bouncing all over the place. It's the late period ice. Jordan Ray at center, 2-on-3 back the other way. He drops off, and Picard was never going to be able to grab that one. It was just a little too far behind him. Tyson Lotard decides to skate. One-man trap, though. Look at that hit by Adowachuk as he spins and slams it in. 5:45 to go.
Pace starting to pick up here in the second period. You can feel that intensity definitely jumping up. We're seeing a couple bigger hits. The first period, not too physical.
Yeah, what people to get it started other than big number 14 for the VIU Mariners to fall. Oh, he took a swipe at that one, but it was a good clearance from the backside as Griffin Ryder got rid of it hard. Looking for the long pass. Daniels just unable to get control, but he'll wait at the center line as the puck's sent over on the near side. Jordan Picard tips it past Griffin Ryden. And he got in quickly trying to hook it towards the middle, but Daniels can't find a white jersey. Puck bounces off the near side boards. Pufal, good backhand, and now a touch pass. Oh, he got drilled right in front of the defensive side of the bench for Concordia. And he looks like he'll shake that one off. Reed comes onto the ice. He tips it right into his skates. Pufal will recover. Hard pass, but Reed takes it after the fall there. Aiden Bangs was turning around and he lost an edge. Ryden from the point, kicked away by the stick of Wyatt Fournier. Down ice for Brock Palmer, receives it very deftly, takes it in between some skates and on goal. And when he was looking to put it wide for Bangs, he tries to dive and knock it off of Niven's stick to no avail. Reed, drop for Niven. He's got a trailer and they just decide not to shoot. Might have been an idea for Ryden to shoot on the trail. Comes up top on the point, fake shot. Taking it around as Liam DeMelli shoots it off of the base of the post. And the puck is flipped high and out of danger with 4:04 to go. 2-1 the score.
Smart play there by Palmer, just flipping that puck out of his zone, relieving some pressure there. That's that hockey IQ we're talking about. Realizes Concordia putting the pressure on from everywhere. Shot there from the left. Fournier still finding that puck. He's tracking it well tonight.
That first shot was dangerous, and Fournier kicking it out with the right pad and his goal stick. And sometimes you see a goaltender, they just have that timing. And since we've got a quick little break, I was going to say at the beginning of this period, Billisberger was very active and busy cutting up his crease. Fournier was just collecting his thoughts, making sure he was calm and cool. Very different approach, both goaltenders, but very similar results here tonight. 29 shots on Wyatt Fournier so far. Puck is in loose, paddles down, players jamming away, and it comes out about 5 feet in front of the goal, but it's carried out by the Mariners, and they get it out of trouble. Wilson, saucer pass, he finds his man, Power shoots, it's just down off of the blocker. Grade A chance for Blake Power and a big stop. Ashton Billisberger into the corner, Lotard doing battle. As Brady mentioned, pace really picking up here. Cunningham tries to backhand it out, and the Mariners chance for a counterattack. Flipped in. There goes Power once again, and this is where all that conditioning pays off. He's tired, but he took the hit, and he keeps the puck alive. Getting some help from Caleb Franklin, and he just has the puck bounce off of Franklin and into the corner, but it'll allow a partial change for the Mariners. Pass on the near side for Leslie. He got the opening goal. Now a pass onto the far side. Wilton tried to stick handle through three. And he's upset with himself. He smacks his stick on the ice, but he backs up and refocuses. Franklin through everyone, and he tried to pull it through the fourth man, and he nearly got a shot away. Wow, Caleb Franklin just mesmerized everyone, and they left him alone. Ray on the point, hold, shoots, looking for the tip, and it goes up over the shoulder, the right shoulder of Billisberger, and wide of the goal. Mariners doing a good job putting on some pressure here in the late stages. Second frame, Wilton puts on the brakes, hard cross-ice pass, finds Summers, but he couldn't control it on the one touch. Lotard takes that puck, puts it off of the glass, it's on edge, race for it. Puck is still skipping, but collected by Franklin. He had such a great move earlier, shoots, and that's a stick save. Billisberger scrambling back into his goal. Number 22, he's gonna go take a well-deserved rest, get some fresh legs out there. Pufal out there now, Will Norman activates, but here comes the captain Willis, 1-on-2. Tries to drive wide, he's using his body, backhand chance, it bounces off the goal stick, tries to put it in the slot, and the stick was held just for a moment, and the Mariners back the other way. Austin Daniels are offside. Ooh. As the poor Will Norman, that's the bane of his existence, his incredible speed, and he's just a little too quick over the line. And he tried, you could see him throw his, you know, you were talking about playing the game with and skating with your chest up and your shoulders back, and you could see him really doing that when he was trying to hold that line.
Yep. Yep, Norman's got incredible foot speed. He generates good speed with only a couple steps. He also has a very forward-facing skating stance, I guess you could say. He carries his weight forward there, and so it was hard for him to slow down and hold off for that offside there.
Kirky battling in front of the Concordia bench. Reed, though, one-handed the puck away, 3-on-2 the other way. Isaac Like, he has one already, snaps it up high, and that's off of the netting and out of play. And boy, I tell you, for my money, if if I had to pick somebody from Concordia here tonight that's done the bulk of the work, I think Isaac Like is he's just money for me. His puck control and the way that he slides into those soft spots, he's already a big guy and a long reach, but you give him that, like you say, that hockey IQ.
Yep, he's doing everything tonight. Not many mistakes from him, not that I can remember. Doing well in his defensive zone as well. He's definitely been one of the impactful players here tonight. Sebastian Archambault skating to center ice, flicking it in on net. Billisberger will elect to hold for a whistle with 44.2 left in the second. And
it's a good play by Brock Palmer. Well, there's a whole bunch of shouting going on at head referee Jared Luco at center ice, and it was mostly the Concordia bench. I don't know what was being said, but it caused a bit of a ruckus. 41 seconds to go, second frame. Mariners down by one. Max Struss, he held it for a moment. He tried to shoot it forward, and Niven was right there, and he fortuitously has it land on his stick. Hop held a skate. He goes to the middle. Cunningham on the backhand, and he tried to drive it wide. It might have gone off of the outside of the apron, and now it's in the corner, shaking off of one check. High up to the point, slap shot faked. Now it goes, but it's wide of the net. There's Hop right in front of the net, and actually that'll do just as well for the Mariners with a shade under 11 seconds left. Just get it up and into the netting. There's no chance for a delay of game call.
Struss getting in a bit of a tie-up here with number 28 of Concordia. A couple other players.
That's Grayson
come
Reed.
Together here.
Reed's got 3 goals and 2 assists in 11 games for the Concordia-Edmonton Thunder here. But as you mentioned, Struss getting pulled out of the fray, and he has a little smile for somebody on the Concordia bench, but he is going to be pulled off, and it looks like there we go. Reed will be joining him, and as you mentioned,
they'll probably even it up here.
Oh, maybe they're going to tell him that he can head off early to the showers. I don't know if that's what's happening here, but.
Yeah, it may just be an exhibition game here tonight, not worth any standing points, but a 2-1 game nonetheless here with 10.6 left in the second. And as you can see, some emotions starting to boil over here in a close game. Concordia leading 2-1. 31-18 are the shots for Concordia.
Noah Wilson into the face-off circle, and he wins that one from his knees, gets it back. Danforth took a swat at it, and he'll get a little bit of help from the centerman once again. As Foe is right along the boards, that'll kill the final seconds of the second period, and the only goal of the period belonging to the Thunder, and they grab a 2-1 lead. Leslie has one, and Isaac Like has one for the Concordia Thunder, and for their part, Brock Palmer and the VIU Mariners with a beautiful goal, and they're gonna have to find a way here coming up in the third period to at least try and even up the score. And Brady, what do you think it'll take for the Mariners to even it up on the ledger?
We got to keep shooting. 18 shots on net as of now after 2. Just not enough with the way that Billisberger is playing. He's tracking just as well as Fournier, finding that puck. We've had a lot of goal line drives toward the net. That creates a lot of confusion and all kinds of rebounds in front. I like that in the first period. We saw a bit more from Caleb Franklin this period. He turned up the jet speed. Wow, he is one of the greater skaters on this team for sure.
That was one of the best periods I've seen him play, honestly. That effort near the blue line there, he's playing like it, like it matters, and he's definitely showcasing his skill.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, I think he's one of the best skaters on this team. He cut through about 3 or 4 guys like McDavid-esque almost down in the finishing parts of the second period there. Got 2 shots on net maybe from that drive. So I'm going to say keep the confidence up again. 2-1. We're playing good. Not too many turnovers. No messy play in our own zone. Maybe block more shots. That's maybe something I would say if I'm the coach in the dressing room right now. Get down and block that shot, right? They've put up 31 after 2. Doing a good job staying out of the box again. That was one of my keys to the game. Yeah, I don't know. I'm liking the way the Mariners are playing. Concordia was able to swing some momentum in parts of the game there. Both goalies playing strong. What do you think about Billisberger and his performance tonight?
I'd have to say that I think he's been very good, particularly because his action has been sporadic. It's come in like little bunches. For example, the 2-man power play, the 5-on-3. As you mentioned, the Mariners garnering 4 shots. They had only had 4 to that point, so that power play alone doubled their shot total. I think that that save in the second period where Blake Power snapped that shot from the right wing here, and he just got it off of the very edge of his blocker, and it deflected down and away. I think that if that's any indication, the Mariners are going to have a tough time in the third period. I'll just throw it out straight, but I don't think he's impervious to being scored on, and I think that any kind of cross ice play for a potential backdoor or something like that, I think that would ultimately result in a goal. Now, can the Mariners find that pass across the seam and that setup with this defense that they're up against? That's the big question.
Totally agreeable. Blake Power there on that last chance you mentioned with a good shot to the blocker side. Billisberger just getting a piece of it. It was a 2-on-1, so Billisberger potentially shifting over to that passer's side. And I totally agree. Billisberger, if he's seeing the puck, he's going to be able to stop it. Same with Fournier right now. So, again, got to be jamming pucks to the net, create some confusion in front. And I think that's where the boys are going to get rewarded tonight.
Well, I think it's a pretty astute observation, as we talked about earlier. This game has a 1-goal result all over it. And Brady, it's been great having you up here, and we got a third period to go. I'm going to have a few words here with Andy Hellweger if you want to run and say hi to anybody or anything like that, and be back ready for some third period action. Any last thoughts before we break here?
Last thoughts before the break. No, but I did want to mention captain of Concordia, Brandon Wallace. He's actually from Yellowknife as well, where I grew up. And we actually grew up down the street just shooting pucks together all day, every day after hockey. You know, we grew up playing Pee-wees together in Yellowknife, so it's been an awesome experience here to see him still playing, and especially against my brother, you know, where I spent 2 years in Nanaimo. So that's really cool and special for me. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to the finish of this exciting game here.
Well, it's true. The hockey roots grow deep, and we got more to pick up. We're going to introduce Andy Hellweger here, and we'll invite you back in as soon as we get launched. And I just wanted to say quickly, shout out to Fancy Christine, who was mentioning, and also Daniel Billisberger. Way to go, Billisberger! And I'm not sure if that's a brother or a father. I'm probably leaning towards father, but anyways, an Ashton Billisberger fan out there. And Andy, this is a real treat for myself. It's been a while since I've had you in the broadcast booth, and maybe I'll before we get into talking about the game, we've done a fair amount of that so far. Maybe you can just tell us about how things are going for you and what you think of the tournament so far as a whole.
Yeah, I think it's going great so far. It's a lot of fun to watch the games. It's my first full game I'm able to watch. We had a game ourselves yesterday, and with the U11, we're having a tournament at the same time right now. When I'm a bit busy, but found some time to come, and first full game. Good pace, great atmosphere, really fun to watch.
Do you have a sense that maybe some of the young men that you're working with and helping mold right now with the Nanaimo Buccaneers of the VIJHL, do you think some of them might graduate to play here with the Mariners in a couple of years' time?
We hope so. I mean, that's the goal, right? If it's not going to be Junior A at one point, it should be definitely moving on, right? And for some, it will be the university level, and for some, it will be something different. But we want to work with the VIU, and we do work pretty good with the VIU. So
100%.
We're hoping to produce some future VIU players.
Yeah, and I just I'm seeing some like there's so many players I can just point out on the ice at any given time, basically, that are products of the Vancouver Island Junior Hockey League, and you have a very unique background, Andy, and I think about some of the things that you've told me about your goaltending training and everything that you did in Germany, and I just maybe wanted to ask you about the transition from playing in, say, Germany to playing in North America. Is hockey a universal language, or would you say that there's some very distinct differences?
It is a bit different. In North America in general, you have a little bit less time due to the size of the ice. In Europe, we have the Olympic size.
Yes.
So you have a little bit more room. Other than that, I wouldn't say too much. Like here and there, little bits and pieces in terms of breakouts, a bit higher and all that stuff. But in general, I think it would translate normal, right? The North American way, I would say, is a little bit more physical, while having the skill. The European way, depending on which country. With Germany, yes, we want to be more physical, but you look into Sweden or Finland, it's more skilled.
And just a little bit more about the goaltending. I was hoping to grab your insight on what we've seen through 40 minutes for goaltending, maybe from both sides of the coin. Oh,
I think both goaltenders doing a really good job so far. Both came up big within the game already. It's a back and forth in terms of the goaltenders. Obviously, Fernie is a little bit more challenged today, but on both sides, I think the goaltending is spot on.
On the live stream right now, we've got Daniel Billisberger sending a couple of messages there saying way to go, Billisberger, and maybe talk just briefly about when the opposition is out shooting your team. and say you're the goaltender facing less shots, what do you have to do mentally to stay involved and following everything?
Yeah, it's that is really important. If you don't get as many shots, you have to be focused. You have to stay in the game. What I used to do is I just try to call plays before they happen, right? Like, okay, puck goes over there, puck does this, right? They doing this and this and this, right? That way you stay focused and engaged, right? Some goaltenders, they like to move with the play the whole time, which I was never a huge fan of.
That sounds like a lot of extra work.
It's a lot of extra conditioning, 100%. But yeah, like that's what I used to do, and it worked for me. And yeah, there's lots of techniques you can use, or different things you can use. But yeah, that's what I used to do.
Just in kind of relation to the Buccaneers, who you're assistant coach, and say for example when you're on the road last night, so soon after the Christmas break / New Year's break, what do you think as a player is the toughest thing after that time?
That's a good question. I would say it depends on how your break went. If you have been lazy and just ate the turkey, you're gonna struggle, and it's gonna be the conditioning part.
Yeah.
If you have a professional mindset and you keep working every day, then it's gonna be easier. One of our players said, for example, that he feels it paid off because it felt for him he's never had a break, right? Which is good to know, right? And good to see. So that way, if you prepare yourself over the break and keep working, it's not that bad, right? The summer break is way worse.
Yes.
Can tell you that, because I had years where I worked hard in the summer, and then first couple ice sessions, and it felt like I didn't do anything in the summer. So you can have that too, but I'd say overall the conditioning and just getting back into the game a little bit with intensity, with attention to details and all that, right? Sometimes takes a little, like a game or a period.
Yeah, it's a total timing thing, and I ask mostly because I've seen over the years, you kind of see there's a little bit of a difference in the hockey that's played just after the break, and I think that, like, I think you hit the nail on the head, that it depends on what happened for them over that break, and obviously nutrition and commitment to their fitness is one thing, but also, like, mentally they're getting a chance hopefully to reset and see family, and they're just, hockey kind of gets to take a back seat for once, because all through the season it literally is, it's hockey, and that's the one thing I've admired about not just players but coaches as well, because you guys have an extremely busy road to travel, and I'm please don't take this the wrong way, but I can tell from your demeanor that you're a little more tired or a little more reserved than normal, and that's exactly what I'm getting at is hockey takes a toll. There's a price to play hockey and to be involved in it.
The thing is, like, for me personally, for example, it's my job, but it doesn't feel like it because it's my hobby too.
Yeah.
And you do what you love, and you never work a single day in your life, kind of thing, right? Is it exhausting? 100%. 100% it can be. Especially lots of video. I know Troy, our head coach, he was every day, multiple hours on the phone with other teams, all that stuff, planning for the future and all. So it's hockey. If you work in hockey, you don't really have a day off.
I just wanted to mention too, just before we get wrapped up here, of course yourself, having done the video coaching for the Coquitlam Express and the BCIHL, how important is it at the junior level for players to understand the value of reacting to what they see on the replay?
It's important. I think mistakes can happen, but you got to learn from them, right? And if you're not able to react to what you see and don't understand, you won't be able to fix the mistakes, right? Yeah. And it's going to happen over and over again, and then the coach is going to be mad, and you're not going to play, right? So, therefore, it's really important. I think video coaching is one of the most important things aside of on ice and all that, but it's very important to have good video coaching, which I think we do, and yeah.
Well, Andy, it's been great talking to you, and just finally, before I let you go, what's your prognostication for the third period?
I mean, obviously a little bit biased.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for a Mariners win. A little bit of overtime would be nice. I think it's going to stay a tight game. At the end, it depends on who's paying more attention to details, and it's going to be close. It's going to be a one-goal game, I'm assuming. So, and it can go either way.
That's 100%. Andy, I'd like to thank you for joining us on the broadcast, and
welcome.
Much love as always to the big bears, I call them, and we've already had some.
They're
good
all
times
here
in
today.
Yeah,
they're all here cheering for the boys.
Awesome. Well, we're gonna thank you and get ready to jump on to some third period action, and best of luck as you continue the season, coaching and also just individually for the new year. Happy New Year.
Awesome. Thank you. Happy New Year too.
You betcha. We're back underway. That was Andy Hellweger, and he's here in attendance along with quite a number of others. Very interested in the result of this one here. Puck shot up into the glove of Ashton Billisberger to start off this period. And I'm just trying to make eye contact right now with Brady Daniels. He was waiting patiently. Yeah. But he knows I can go on for hours. I love talking hockey, and I love talking with people that know all about it. And Andy Hellweger, he certainly has done a lot with hockey. Puck shot up and over into the netting. Carson Earhart letting that one go. And we'll welcome back in Brady Daniels, his brother Austin playing in today's game. And as I mentioned, Brady, a former VIU Mariner, and he's done all the things you're seeing out on the ice right now. Carson Earhart, we're going to do that one all over again as that one snaps way up and into the netting.
Yeah, and this, to me, looks like a design face-off play here. Maybe Caleb trying to win it back to Earhart. He's got one of the best shots on the team, that's for sure.
That is
and again, yeah, looking to win it on the forehand back to Earhart. Not a clean win, and Concordia will work it out of their zone.
Ray tries to spin that one out of danger. Puck inside their own blue line, but Carson Earhart, he'll pick that puck up now. Over to Foe. Taking it down the far side. He just barely got to the red line before he sent that one in. They gave him a little grace on the far side. That's Jack McNabb on the far line. Coming in on goal. Now Wallace to the middle, takes the puck. It bounces towards the goal. Fournier was unable to cover it with his trapper, but Schendel, he had to skate right by it. He was knocked off stride. Palmer gets it up to Tyson Lotard. Defers for Bangs. Cross ice pass. Palmer into the middle. And a snag save.
Wow, is all you can say about that play.
Well, Daniel Billisberger, I hope you enjoyed that one. And I can see now on the screen you typed in it's Grandpa, and he's a proud grandpa right now. Holy smokes, what a save. Ashton Billisberger from his stomach reaches up and he grabs that puck. The Mariners threatening early here. Logan Kirky into the face-off circle. He battles with Wallace and they have each other tied up. The captain had his stick right in front of him. Puck sent out towards center, but Isaac Like, look at that little juke around. He was looking towards the goaltender and he flipped it off to the side. Puck is sent out to the line, not out, but now it is 2-on-1, maybe 3-on-1. Palmer on the far side, holding his Bangs, tried to put it across, and a big breakup by Liam DeMelli. Big play. Now back the other way. Isaac Like into the middle, takes a shot, and that goes off of a leg. Mariners, boy, this game opening up in a hurry. Palmer over to Kirky. He's in a race for it, but Reed, he's so fast up the wing, and he sends it down to Leslie, takes it off his skate. In off of the linesman. Now he has a man heading hard to the goal. Trailer, Dobson's shot, and a big save off of the glove. Rebound, and it goes wide over the Trappers' side. Oh, Fournier with a good stop, and he keeps his team within a goal. Wilson quickly out onto the ice with Foe and Power as the puck is set up by Summers in behind his goaltender, who made a big stop just moments ago from his stomach. Power couldn't quite handle that hard saucer backhand that was across the seam. Puck goes off of Noah Danforth's skate, and now he's being challenged by Leslie, trying to drive around, and he put his head down, but Tyson Lotard stayed with him every inch of the way. Still battling for it, and Lotard gets it up along the boards. Foe has it in his skates, but it comes outside the line to King. Adowachuk skates in kind of laterally there. Looked like he was going to send it to the middle for Jordan Bechtold, but he couldn't get it there. Just over 3 minutes played, third period, 1-goal game. Brock Palmer with the lone goal for the boys in white and blue. Puck is wrapped off of the glass and over Foe's head. He's going to get a change. And out comes Austin Daniels, esteemed brother of our scintillating color man today. Puck put through the crease. Picard couldn't reach it. And that one goes underneath Evan Lauk's stick, and he gets it along the boards. Dallin Wilton just chips it out to center. Lotard picking up the puck. Wants his defensive partner to just settle it down. They'll work this puck out methodically down the wing. Jordan Picard has Daniels going towards the goal off of the blocker, but the puck's not out. Picked up by Blake Power, puts on the brakes, but he's run into Evan Laux once again, and he's a good skater. Brings it outside the line, up to Konashuk. Had it go off of his blade. Austin Daniels taking over. Stick handling up over the line. He's onside. Holding it still. Right-handed shot. Curls around the perimeter up to Cole McGuire. Shoots. And that one goes off of King's hand and wide. Into the middle, and that's cut off by the goaltender's stick. Ashton Billesberger making sure that one doesn't enter the crease. And he'll come out and play this one on the forehand this time. Quickly to center is Griffin Ryden. One-on-one the other way. Hop, and he took a shot, and he knocked the stick out of McGuire's hands, but he recovers and pins him on the boards. Hop, bounce pass off of the side board, shot towards the goal, and that's blocked by Carson Earhart, getting his body down. Now he's chasing after the puck, but he's up against speedy Liam DeMelli, who has the distinction of scoring the first goal in this tournament. Puck is sent behind the net by Brandon Wallace, the captain. 2 goals, 3 assists through 13 games so far this season. DeMelli takes a bit of a hit there from Ray, and he'll chase this puck in. Ryden on the forehand, up along the left side boards. Archambault hangs on to it on the backhand, but he's got to wait for his mate to clear as Earhart gets back into position. Tyson Lotard now. Winding up with a head of steam. Backhands the puck, it goes off of the skate, but they're in on, oh no, they're not onside, as Caleb Franklin was all tied up with Cunningham. And Summers seems to have taken a little bit of exception to something said there, but looks like it's still
getting sorted here, just an offside. Good flow to this game here so far. Not too many whistles, and that's an indicator of, you know, just a good hockey game. 2 good hockey teams here. Not too many whistles. Dumeli, you mentioned, he has been having a good weekend here. Yesterday, as they played the UVic team, he had a nice short side goal, top shelf. He's been an impactful player here tonight.
Plays onside. Shandell shoots, and he ripped it hard off of the glove side, about 3 inches wide of the goal. Puck knocked out towards center. Good job by Aiden Bangs to just tip it, forcing Cunningham to just turn and rifle it in deep. Pufal trying to force his man wide. That's Isaac Like. Like gives him a little shove as he backs up, trying to find room, and he'll be the first one on the puck. Turns, deals it into the corner. Shandell twisting and turning out of the corner for Summers. Backhand saucer pass goes all the way across to the face-off circle, and Isaac Like tried to play it up to Logan Kirky. He's one-on-one, puts on the brakes. Oh, and Summers came into him hard. Brock Palmer, sharp angle shot, and he goes off of the shoulder. Palmer, what confidence to shoot, and why not? He's been so accurate with them. Sebastian Archambault in the race of his life, and he wins it. That's probably the fastest I've ever seen Sebastian skate, and
yeah,
and he's been determined a lot of times. He's having a little discussion there with Jordan Bechtold about that little race.
Yeah, he's another hard worker on and off the ice. I was living with him last year, and he's another guy who's just always in the gym looking to get better. He shows his strength and speed there winning that icing race.
Yeah, he's just got tough written all over his style whenever he plays. 3-on-3, back the other way. Struss commits, and he turns the skates, blocking that one initially, but the puck is still in behind the goal. Backhand attempt from Leslie, didn't go to the front of the net, and the Mariners, for a moment, they have possession, but holding it tight up against the edge of the Mariners bench is Dallin Wilton, and he's down on the ice as he's kind of caught up with someone on the ice, and now they finally separate, but he finds the puck fortuitously, comes right to him around the boards. Concordia dumping it in, puck comes outside the line, Dowachuk, cross ice pass, and it's just sent in wide by Nick Dobson. Foe was the first one there, and now they get it up to Power. He'll just chip it in, but they're gonna call it icing. He didn't make center, and
Just short of the red line there, so the Mariners will be unable to change here. On the ice right now, Will Norman, Austin Daniels, Blake Power, Noah Danforth, and Maxwell Struss. They're stuck out there after the icing call. And Norman will line up against Wilton for the draw. Wilton cleans it back easily. Power, a good job.
He's actually, I think, trying to help make up for that icing call there. He put on a little extra jam that shift, and he gets it in deep. Oh, that's the first clearance we've seen on the forehand from Billisberger, and so they're saying it was touched as the puck hangs there in the netting on the far side. But I think the faceoff will be inside the Concordia zone. And the Mariners, if you've noticed, they have crept up on the shot clock, Brady.
They have, and quick whistle here gives the Mariners a chance to change, but they don't. So Norman will take the face-off, and again, Concordia will lift that puck outside. We have a whistle and another offensive zone draw for the Mariners. Will Norman, Austin Daniels, and Jordan Picard stay out there. Right side face-off.
And I can see Andrew Riddell down there in the corner, very involved with the team, and I felt a little happy there as I was leaving after the anthem being sung. He said that I had the voice of an angel, so I got to throw a compliment out for that. Tyson Lotard now on the backhand. He's being watched very carefully in front of the goal by Lucas Konchuk, and the puck is sent off the boards by Daniels, but a puck sent right back in as Evan Laux takes a shot, and it's a big pad save. And a rebound and another shot off his blocker, and he redirects it. And down in front, I think that the puck may have actually hit Evan Laux. I'm not sure, but he's touching his chin like something happened there right on that redirect. But two big solid stops, and Wyatt Fournier, it's just, as you said, he's looking pretty dialed in tonight.
And he's not overreacting. I'm very impressed here. He's taking the time to get out in front of his blue crease, and he's really cutting off the angle. He's doing a really good job making Concordia take shots they don't necessarily want to.
Good keep in by King, but an even better block by Austin Daniels as he gets both shin pads in the way of that clear in by King. Will Norman's going to get to the bench after that quick shift. Out comes Caleb Franklin, and he's having a whale of a game here tonight. Long stretch pass eludes his man, and the puck is moved up and backhanded in by Jordan Ray. Franklin throws the body, takes a stumble after hitting Griffin Ryden, but still partially broke up the play. Jordan Ray, two swats at the puck. They're somehow onside. Reed holds, shoots in another pad save. Rebound, they score! And Plummer, Johnny on the spot to bury that rebound, and absolutely no chance for Wyatt Fournier on that rebound. He kicked it out with his left pad, but the rebound was just in a very difficult spot, and Plummer just smacked it right away. It's a 2-goal game.
Yeah, and unfortunately that's a result of the two swipes just before the entry into the Mariners' zone. A good first save by Fournier with the left pad. He kicks it right out as that's on the ice, and Concordia makes no mistake on that one as they have a clear chance at that rebound. 3-1 Concordia now. Shots are at 36-22 for Concordia.
Nearing the halfway point of the period, and the Mariners with some work to do now. But they'll chip away at it one play at a time. Sebastian Archambault to himself. Big head of steam, but he couldn't keep the handle on the puck. But Jordan Ray's going to help out. And again, Isaac Like just makes his presence felt as he takes a swat at that puck, and he somehow gets it in. Wallace cross-ice pass, looking for the sharp angle. Out front, and a big save by Wyatt Fournier.
Wow.
And there's right on the goal line, his left skate, the puck underneath, and that's a big stop. And if the Mariners should happen to find some offense here late, remember that little toe tip save.
Absolutely. That one stops just before the goal line. Fournier kind of sprawled out. He gets his left pad down, holds that puck from going in, and the game stays a 3-1 game. Good job, Fournier.
I'm calling his best save of the night so far with the puck right underneath the tip of his skate blade. And the near side referee saw as much as he needed to. Tyson Lotard up to Palmer. Down the left side, shoots it on goal, off of the trapper and down into a dangerous position, but Sandell able to send it cross ice. Isaac Like shoots hard and he tests them from a sharp angle. Fournier equal to the task. Palmer on his backhand initially. Now he'll send it over to Noah Danforth, who uses the breadth of the boards. Nice little skate play at center by the Mariners, allows Bangs to carry in. Tries to chip it past. He takes a left glove from Cunningham on his way by, knocks him off stride. Still keeps after the play. Bangs, defers, Foe shoots, and that one's wide of the net. McGuire on the near side holds, and he shoots, and that one's into the breadbasket and held onto by goaltender Ashton Billisberger. And that's shot number 24 by the Mariners. 23rd stop by Billisberger.
And we move into our final TV timeout of the evening.
Well, it's a tough position to be in, Brady, and what more really do you think can be said by the coaching staff right now? Like, what do you think Chris Jones is able to, what kind of message is he looking to spread right now?
There's a bit of panic I'm seeing in our zone. You could see we're breaking down in the middle. That last chance where Fournier had the great toe save, that came right down the middle in the house. That's an A-plus opportunity for Concordia there. So a bit of panic in the D zone is what I'm seeing. Again, let's be confident, guys. Keep shooting, crash the net, get your sticks on the ice, and good things will happen, right? Pretty much every coach is going to say that. But I'm pretty impressed overall by the Mariners' play here tonight.
Me as well. You know, I
can't complain.
I was a little fearful after having watched yesterday what this Concordia team is capable of. And as we talked about, there's Kirky aside of the goal. He tried to go up high, and it looked like it almost might have rolled off his shoulder for a second before he was able to grab it. It popped up in the air, and I lost sight of it just for a split second. Then he was able to grab it, so it went somewhere up about mask height.
That was weird for sure. But again, the Mariners driving the goal line, right? They're not having a lot of space and time up the middle, so they're having to funnel through to the net via that goal line route, and that's causing some issues for Billisberger. So good stop by him there.
Sharp angle chance out in front. Leslie tried to load up, couldn't get the shot away, but he's going to post up in front of the goal. Backhand pass. It goes off of a skate and into the corner. Off of Bechtold's skate. Now they'll shoot it right back in. Dobson sent it around the far side. Leslie holds the point, sends it up along the dasher, and it's in behind the net. Good job by the Mariners. Just a one-touch play, and Kirky will start them out the right way. Power, long stretch pass. Palmer trying to send it over for Bangs as he tried to take it neatly off his skate. He challenges Cunningham right near the blue line. Some good speed out there. Palmer pulled down. He's going to draw a penalty, and the Mariners might be able to get an extra attacker on the ice here. They do. It's Carson Earhart Can they maintain control? Palmer, he's just going to let that one go. There's no way he'll beat Wilton to that puck. But the Mariners, with 8:02 remaining in the third period, they're granted a power play here. Brock Palmer is skating, opening that one up.
Yeah, so the Mariners will get their first look at the power play here in the third. Just over 8 minutes left here in the game. Caleb Franklin setting up for the draw. He wins it back. Earhart will collect. He's on the board side. The right side of the ice, that is. He's twisting and turning, looking for an option. Up top to Lotard. Lotard skates to the middle, returns to Carson Earhart. Earhart, shot tipped wide. I believe that is no.
Yeah, Noah Danforth.
Noah Danforth, okay, yeah. Danforth collects in the corner. A shot just wide. Trouble in front. They're battling. And it's reset up top to Lotard. Earhart's going to go for a skate down the right wing. He rips a shot. It gets blocked. Picks up the puck again. He's protecting on the left side now. Still has it. Shut down in front. Caleb Franklin will collect in the left corner. Lotard up top. Shot. Blocked in front.
And that's the second time Brant King's got his body in front of a shot, and he's really holding his left arm right around the elbow area, right around the crook of his elbow as he gets to the bench in a lot of discomfort. Tyson Lotard with 50 seconds on this power play ticker left, puts on the brakes hard. He's got Cole McGuire up top, sends it to him. He's on the half boards, but the puck took a bad skip, and it went off of the Concordia player's stick right in the middle of the face-off circle, and it's cleared down ice. Hunter Leslie will just take his time, and he'll watch as McGuire sets up. Palmer getting ahead of steam now. He's in over the blue line, barely onside. He chips it ahead through the skates. Oh, and running into Bill's
Wow, and it's in.
But no, are they calling it
Palmer puts it in on a rebound.
And there was a delayed call. Now the question is, was it interference on the
goalie,
defenseman?
Billisberger, throws a player's stick.
Or was it a penalty for running into the goaltender? That's the huge question right now, and we'll have an answer shortly. But one way or the other, it looked like it was a delayed call coming up, and Logan Kirky already heading over to the penalty box.
Yeah, the ref has his hand up here.
I don't know that that's going to count, Brady. It's
5-on-4 is what I'm seeing.
The puck did wind up in the net after that drive.
And before the whistle, I believe, Palmer put that in the net before the whistle. Maybe there was a penalty on the way to the Mariners, and that would make sense to call the goal off.
But I see that that the signal they gave was for interference, so I think. But there is another man in the box for Concordia, and that looks like it's Gabe Adowachuk.
And Bangs is he has a cut on the right side of his face. He's bleeding and has to go to the bench for some attention.
Wow, yeah, he needs a towel for that one. It's it's over on his right side of his forehead as he kind of just wipes it away, but he's so focused here right now. All he can feel is the blood pumping through his veins and the desperation on the scoreboard. The Mariners, Logan Kirky skating off. That's going to hurt their chances.
Yeah, Kirky leading the Mariners this year with 33 points, I believe, something like that. Yeah, he exits.
He's sent to the showers, so something that happened. And I guess that they probably just felt like that charge on goal where they called the interference, that was more of a catalyst, and there's still
so they're sending Jordan Foe to the box now in place of Kirky, and it looks like we have 4-on-4 as the puck's about to get dropped.
And then in 20 seconds, it should be a power play, I believe, for Concordia when they are evened up and they have Adowachuk back out on the ice. So the Mariners with an even tougher hill to climb here. But McGuire, he's going to stick handle out of his own zone. He's got Caleb Franklin on the left wing, and he sends it in deep for him. Adowachuk is out on the ice, and he'll get a quick change. Out comes Isaac Like, who's got a goal in tonight's game.
Goaltender interference, the call there, 2 and a 10.
Nice move by Like, and he fires it off of the post, and he just got such a hard shot and a deceptive release. He looks like he couldn't care less about shooting, and then he just lets it go, and that went off of the left post. Still 3-1 for Concordia, and a power play left just over a minute. Willis drops for Like. Hard cross ice pass that bounces off of the board. Struss throws a hit on Leslie. Down below the goal line, they'll operate from there. Puck on the stick of Brandon Wallace, the captain. Working it around. Now back over to Wallace, top of the umbrella towards Summers, and he sent it towards the net, and it took a skip off of Archambault's stick. Puck to the point, off of the half boards, chipped off of the wall. And now a 2-on-2 the other way. Will Norman going to the net, and that puck defended well by Summers, and he deflected it wide. Schendel to Leslie, scores! He puts it between the wickets, and that is a sealing goal, I believe, in this contest. It makes it 4-1, and it's a 3-goal differential. What a third period for the Concordia Thunder. And that play there, it was kind of a broken play, and as that puck wound up on his stick, he had a perfect shooting position kind of in between the two hash marks.
Yeah, that's a power play goal for Leslie there. As you said, on a broken play.
Second of the night.
Yeah, the puck ends up right down the pipe in the middle where that house area is, where the grade A chances come from. And he makes no mistake ripping it right by Fournier there. And that being the 40th shot of the game for the 4th goal.
Shot on goal that misses wide of the net. Well, my quick math says that Fournier still has a .9. Oh, Power took a high stick, and Dumeli's going to get a penalty for that as he got his stick up, and it's going to be considered roughing. He's going to take a break here, but the Mariners would have to do some pretty serious goal scoring here, but never say never, right, Brady?
Absolutely. The Mariners have found ways over the past couple years to get a win out of a situation like this. 4:22 left in the third. 2 minutes on the clock for a Mariners power play. I'm seeing Jordan Ray out there, Caleb Franklin lining up for the faceoff, and Carson Earhart on the right wing again. He's going to jump in for the puck, and it has cleared the length of the ice. Fournier will handle that behind the net.
Just playing it in behind for Tyson Lotard, and they'll try and get this power play set up here. 4 minutes to go, third period. Ray on the trail, snaps in, and that one took a deflection off of a stick and up into the netting. And it almost seems like a bit of a replay on that message.
Yeah,
there's just such solid defense. They support each other so well, and we talked about you talked about that zone there where the house area, and they do such a good job of defending that vulnerable area.
Yeah, they protect the house well, and that was actually a nifty pass there, a little spot pass for, I believe it was Franklin shooting that, or maybe he made the pass. Either way, a nice little play there. And the Mariners are back with the puck down low on the power play. 1:20 remaining for the Mariners. Earhart up top. He protects, looks for Lotard. Lotard handles up top, looks for a shot, fakes pass, and Earhart will pull the trigger from the left wing. No problem for Billisberger. He gets that puck with his glove, and we have a face-off with 1 minute 11 left on the power play for the Mariners. They're going to need one here if they hope to claw back and secure the win over Concordia Thunder. New power play unit out now. Wilson's taking the draw, ties up, and Banks will retrieve. Only to be cleared the length of the ice by number 11 for Concordia Thunder.
That's Konishuk. And I just wanted to mention quickly, Fancy Christine, she says, and I'm Brady and Austin's aunt. So that's who's been saying hello there on the broadcast.
Okay, and, my auntie's watching. Cool. Hi, Auntie Fancy.
Puck comes to the point for McGuire. It's a family affair. Oh, look at that. He sent a stick flying of Reedy. Good job by Struss at the point to keep it alive. He knocks it off his glove, gets the return pass from Bangs, moves in, shoots, tipped in front. Oh, and they try and put it on the stick side, and it just dribbled wide of the goal. Mariners throwing everything at this now. Palmer puts it down below the goal line. Bang, sharp angle chance, poked out by Billisberger, and now they'll get the clear down ice it goes, and 16 seconds remaining in this power play. 2:35 to go.
Yeah, that final clear should do it for the Mariners power play here. Bang, skating it up the right wing now. He looks to flip it in deep, but whiffs on that opportunity, so the puck is back in the Mariners' end. Struss set up with control behind the net. He waits for his wingers to reroute and finds Palmer. Palmer back to Struss. Now up for Norman. He finds some space in the right wing, gets it deep, and Palmer will go off for a change. Just under 2 here left in the game. 41 shots to 29 shots for Concordia. Norman looking for the point. Lotard, a shot just wide in the corner. Austin Daniels retrieving. And Wilton will calmly skate it out with his big frame for the Concordia Thunder. He gets it deep. Daniels on the board. Gets checked there. And the game slowly winding down as Concordia controls the puck. A minute 15 left in the game. It's been a great one here tonight. Came down to the third period where Concordia found the back of the net twice. Mariners not so fortunate, but they've played a really good game either way. Wyatt Fournier in net, unreal for 37 saves right now.
Nice little pass up to Power on the wing. McGuire here in this final minute. They're onside. Chip pass to the middle, and again, there's that 5-man collective. There couldn't have been more than 10 feet between each of their skaters there, and they're just playing a solid team game. King at the line, just send it in deep cross ices. It's all about aesthetics now. Isaac Lyke in on the forecheck, and the Mariners with chance for potentially one more rush here. Looking hard down ice. Full will jackknife it in, and he gets tripped in front of the bench. And I don't know if he caught a skate or what happened there, but the puck is lifted high. Archambault with just 5 seconds remaining on the 6 seconds on the clock, and that's an offside play. And while we're lining up for this face-off, which will be relatively inconsequential, Brady, just wanted to say thank you for joining us on the broadcast and doing such a great job. I know you said that you haven't really had a chance to explore this side of it, but you certainly acquitted yourself very well. And probably the biggest thing is just you know, this is your backyard.
Yeah, absolutely. It was so much fun tonight, Lorenzo. It was a pleasure. I'd love to be here and do it again for sure. Mariners playing a good game here tonight, ultimately losing 4-1 to Concordia Thunder, who had Billisberger in net. He was solid tonight. So was Fournier. And again, I want to thank the VIU Mariners organization for having me out here. Thank you to Lorenzo for having me on the air tonight and letting me have a crack at some commentary here tonight. It was so much fun. You see the guys line up for handshakes here. This is awesome. We love to see this. You know, 2 good hockey teams and a great hockey game in Nanaimo at the Nanaimo Ice Center.
A couple of Warrior teams and players out on the ice acknowledging each other's efforts, and you know, it's sportsmanship is really where it's at, this Tom Harris Community Foundation weekend.
That's right.
And you know, just can't say enough about the atmosphere
and
here.
Look at that. They even go over to shake the coach's hands. That's nice. You don't see that a whole lot or very often. But again, a fun exhibition game here tonight in Nanaimo. A close one as well, 4-1. High-level hockey. That was impressive to me. Good to see some competitive hockey, and yeah, it was so much fun here tonight.
So we got another set of games. There's still another trifecta left for tomorrow. And, of course, games starting off at the matinee, 1 o'clock. And then I believe it's 4:30. And then we're back here for the Mariners tomorrow night as they close things off against the Southern Alberta.
And there's, Brandon Wallace and Austin Daniels there at center ice catching up after what could be 10 years. They're having a look up here at me. Good to see that. Look at this, guys. There's 5 couples. Look at this. Yes. 5 couples out here. The hockey world, I mean, look at this, guys.
Yeah.
We're all brothers out here. This is just great to see. Hey, Wallace, giving him a wave there. Great game, buddy.
Nothing better than doing it live, is it, Brady?
Oh, no, this is awesome. This is just great, guys.
Yeah, well, some good old Yellowknife boys rounding things out, and what a way to end it.
Not a big deal.
Not no big deal. Yellowknife representing in the house. Well, we'd like to thank everyone for tuning in on the broadcast, and of course the Daniels auntie. It's nice to have her, and of course Daniel Billisberger, Ashton Billisberger's grandpa, here for the broadcast. It's a hockey affair. It's a family affair. It's been a great weekend, and we've got more to come. Games starting at 1 tomorrow. Be sure to drop by and give us a line tomorrow. 3 games on tap, 1, 4:30 and 7:30 PST. We'll be there, and for myself, and a wonderful job by Brady Daniels. Want to say goodnight. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on the broadcast, and we'll see you tomorrow for more BCIHL Showcase action. Thanks again, my man. Great. Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, for sure. You know, it's a different perspective, for sure. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. I'll say quickly is I really appreciate this stand that they put up. Yeah. It's made a huge difference because whenever there's action in that corner, like you know how you were trying to pick out, you should see like when it's just like when I'm just standing regular and we got, it's so hard. I just have to. So they just gave you this year? No, well, no. This was just set up for this. This just came, so I don't know. It is nice. I don't know if Gord got that set up or whatever. I know it's not a permanent thing, and it would probably be too hard to do every game. But man, Don and I have been talking about it. Like this is really all we need. This is like look at that. You know, we got everything right. Agreed. Yeah. Well, I better let Simon do his ting. And yeah, are you going to be at the game tomorrow night? Yeah. I can come back again, but you know what? If you do, I'll tell you what. So, because Matt Gould, who does the Vikes play-by-play, he asked me if he would mind if he joined me for the final broadcast. But if in the intermission, either the first or second intermission, if you want to come and talk about the game so far, that makes sense. Yeah, you can either, you know what? Maybe I'll let Matt talk to you and kind of pick your brain a little bit. He's great. He's actually a musician. He always jokes about Washtub musician, but I went and I saw he's on Instagram. He's got like over 4,000 followers. So I was like, holy fuck. yeah, that makes sense. So I'll watch a beard and then come check in with you guys tomorrow. Yeah. You take your pick, first or second period, whichever one is easier for you. Okay. And I'll let Matt